So the good news is whether you're moving across the country or just out of state, 100% of the process can be done remotely. With so much going on recently, a lot of people can't go and visit the area and house hunt in person. But fortunately, through technology and video, you can relax because 100% of the process can be handled remotely. Because of recent events, moving sight unseen is becoming more and more common. And people initially reach out to me because of YouTube. They're moving to the area and they're not going to be able to visit before they get here. But luckily, with technology and all of the video that we can provide, it's like they're here in person and they're able to relax and make the process so much smoother, so much easier, where they feel comfortable with the place they're moving without ever being there in person. So some people are fortunate enough to be moving into an area where they have family, friends, relatives, something that they can rely on. But if that's not you and that's not your situation, you're going to be really critical of the agent you choose to work with, because that's the person you're going to be relying on to provide you with all the information that you need to make the best decision for you and your family. So make sure you're brutally honest with them when it comes to what you're looking for, what you want your life to look like in this new town, the walkability, the schools, the shopping, whatever is important to you, whether it's the distance to work, the commute, whatever that may be. Make sure you're as honest with them as possible so they can narrow down some specific areas and then relay back to you all the pros and cons of each neighborhood. So once you picked your agent and you're comfortable with that and you're ready to move forward, the next thing you're going to need to do is find a great local lender. Of course, the real estate agent can recommend a few, but it never hurts to go online, do some search, read some reviews, find someone local, because when you're moving out of state or across the country, whatever it may be, the fees and the process can vary from state to state. So ideally, you'll work with someone local who goes through that process day in, day out, and they're not going to be surprised with any fees or anything that they didn't expect. You'll also want to go ahead and connect with that local lender early on in the process, because they're going to tell you exactly what's needed to qualify for the loan. It can vary from bank to bank, but some lenders are going to be able to accept an employment letter that shows your start date, your salary, all of those details. Some other employers in specific loans may require actual pay stubs. So you want to make sure you're talking with them in advance and finding out exactly what's going to be needed so that you can qualify for the loan to buy your new home. So again, so far all of this has been done remotely. Now say you've been house hunting, you found the property, you've gotten an offer accepted. The most important thing that's going to come next is going to be the home inspection. And again, that top agent that you've already selected is going to be able to recommend local inspectors who they use on a regular basis and trust and rely on. Of course, do your own vetting, go online, do the research. But then once you've done the home inspection, you can expect about an 80, maybe more page inspection report. So that report is going to include tons of pictures and even some video depending on the home inspector. You can also check with your agent and see if at the end of the inspection, your agent would mind just doing a little video recap summary with the inspector, so you can hear from them firsthand exactly what they're concerned about, what should be fixed, what the issues are, if any at all. Of course, there are going to be some things that pop up on every single home, but ideally it's great to hear it from the home inspector while they're in the home looking at the items. You can always call an inspector after the fact, but they do 3, 4, maybe 5 inspections a day, so sometimes it can be a little bit harder catching up on the details after the fact. If at all possible, even though you won't be there, go ahead and time block whatever the appointment is and try to connect with them through video or phone during the inspection, just so you can hear firsthand all the details that they found regarding your new home. So next, now that you've got the inspection behind you, the appraisal probably has already happened. You don't have to attend that. That's not something that buyers typically attend to begin with. So after that has been completed, you're just going to be preparing for closing. You're going to want to make sure everyone involved is aware that you will be a mail-away closing. You will not be attending closing. So all the documents can be emailed to you beforehand. You can sign them. You may have to go into a bank or somewhere to have the documents notarized and then emailed, scanned, and sent back, or you'll also overnight the documents back. In some situations, the title company can arrange for a virtual notary who can log on, check your ID, and you can still sign everything remotely. So you wouldn't even have to go into a bank. You could do it from your laptop at home and then just have everything done and behind you, hit the road, and on closing date, just pick up your keys and start moving in. Now, lastly, depending on when you're actually arriving in town, you want to make sure all the utilities and everything are changed into your name. Typically, you'll take over the utilities the day of closing, but you want to make sure, especially if you're closing on Friday, some of the local utility companies are actually only open Monday through Thursday, so don't wait till the last minute. You can go ahead and reach out to them, have them put it in your name starting on the closing date. Then you also want to make sure you're coordinated picking up the key and any final instructions that may need to happen as the property changes hands. And of course, if you're moving to Gainesville or thinking about coming to the area, I've had so many people reach out to me with questions, and I absolutely love it. So if you have any questions or are thinking about coming to the area, don't hesitate. Feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. All of my information is in the description. And what you'll want to do next is go ahead and watch this video where I share with you all of the tips and tricks when moving to Gainesville, Florida.